There we go. OBS was not connecting to anything, so I couldn't get any screens loaded. Nothing was transferring over to Kick or Twitch, but I think everything's going. Let me just take one last quick little peek here. Yep, looks like everything is up. So, good to go. Time to get slamming. Just label these real quick. All right, cool. I think that is going to be our main riff here. And it'll be like a build-up intro, and then we'll kick into it. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that scratch track. A little something to work with to kind of keep us in time. We'll just go pin out some drums just to kind of help keep it in time a little tiny bit better. Just get this basic little kind of thing going. And of course, that's not going to stay there. That's just pretty much there for lining things up when we go and track this. Let me go ahead and get right guitar, scratch track done. Already screwing things up. We'll go ahead and just record those one more time. I'm going to try and do as little copying pasting as little as I can, just to keep the authenticity. Sweet. And then we'll go ahead and do that for left guitar. Cool. So now we've got something to work with here. And then right there, I think this will be like the main buildup. And then right here is where we'll kick into like the kind of real slam part. Hey, what's up, man? Let me think here for a second. I think there was like a trim part I wanted to do right after this. using sort of like the same root notes. Make sure we're back centered. When I was writing this first part, I've been listening to a lot of Body Snatcher, so this is kind of inspired by that. And then on Spotify, I randomly had Waking the Cadaver pop back up, and I'm like, ooh, they write some pretty crazy trim parts that are like obviously based off like the root notes. But I was like, yeah, that would be cool, kind of like a throwback to them. Super sloppy, but we'll get it. You know what? I think I need metronome at 2 times speed because this is not cutting it. And that's normally why I'll kind of do drums as a backup. That way I don't have to listen to just the metronome. I can kind of follow the groove of the drum. That last little run there was a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean a lot sloppy. I'm just going to record the other guitar and then I'll go back to this because at least this one will help me line it up a little bit better with the notes. Right's a lot cleaner than left, but at least now we have sort of like a follow-up track there. I'll pan this slightly just to hear it better. I think those are kind of close, kind of off. Yeah, one of those is like super off. I want to say it's left still. What's going on, Ben? I don't know why, but I'm still surprised people are up this early on a Saturday. It's just the easiest time I find to kind of like just lock in. I'm gonna definitely have to start doing later streams. I was toying around with the idea of like, so I'll normally try to do 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., but I was kind of thinking of doing like a 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. like a double stream, so people who miss it in the morning can watch at night, and then vice versa. I don't know. I'm starting to think right guitar is the one that's off now. I'll just re-record that one. And then we'll know for sure if it's left or right. Oops. I don't want that in solo. Oh, damn. I didn't know you were in Australia, man. Well, damn. I'm still low-key surprised you're up at 11. But I do thank you for being here. Oh, man. That is not good. Unfortunately, I don't know how to separate those. I just need to make sure that I am on the right track this time. I think they're still a little off, which means if that's the case, we will just have to redo left guitar. Well, I do know for a fact that they are cleaner than the first 2 times we did it. I think this one... Wait a minute. I'll redo it. I just want to hear where this lines up. Okay. Wonder if I can stretch it just a hair, because I think I probably came in a little early. Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be tremolo all the way through, and I don't like how it's cut right at that tail. So we are unfortunately just going to have to re-record it again. What's the weather like there where you're at in Australia right now? Little fast on the time there, but I at least need them to stretch all the way out. Retry this one more time. Okay, that's the next idea I have for after the trim part. It'll go into that. Center this again. Go from the trim. Kind of build up into it, and then I want to drop it a couple semitones. And then, of course, in those big open spaces, we will just have those super big snare bombs. Make sure we're in the right lane. I definitely did not mean to record that just in the right ear. This riff here, I was super inspired by Body Snatcher. I've been listening to them a lot. Okay, for this, I know that I want to do like a bar of just silence. It could either be like a vocal thing or like a tom fill. So we'll just, okay, yeah, we'll take the bar and then we'll just drop it here. And I'm kind of torn between doing those, like stopping here, I think would be great for like a big snare bomb. But I do kind of want to do it where it's like, it'll maybe be halftime, but then it'll be like. I think once we get drums in there, we will be able to make that decision whether it stays kind of fast like that or if it just kind of, slows down. But we will at least get this one tracked before we do any drums. Might help if it's armed. It at least gives us something to work with there. And then this is kind of the only part that changes from the song. I was kind of thinking of taking like the ABC kind of method. There's like the A part, B part, C part, go back to B part, back to A part to kind of wrap up the song. I feel like something like that in Slam is kind of nice because it reintroduces you to those first parts. Did I make that too short though? Those intro chugs still sound kind of way off, but I should be able to realign them, so that shouldn't be an issue. Only because this took me 900 different times to track, I am going to steal that and copy and paste that. Make sure I don't misclick. Oh yeah, they don't even line up that well. Just for the hell of it, we'll just try and re-record it back at the end here. It's very possible it might be the same exact thing as the beginning. but we could at least steal one from the beginning. Compare notes. Oh, dude, I'm not even close. What? In this context, I don't even know what that means, man. I do want to try and authentically get that track, though. If I could remember what it is. Oh, dude, that that went right over my head, literally. That's funny. So no head. It's funny because like not only is that a joke within itself, but me and my one friend, there was a point in time where like we could be doing anything. We would go to like Taco Bell or whatever, and it would be like, "Who's paying for this?" And then I'd be like, "Don't worry, man, I got it." He'd be like, "So no head?" I'm like, "What? Why?" All right, let's get this super slammy part tracked on left. I could just feel that those were out, but I think we're gonna fix those in post. Mainly because I think it'll make more sense. Oh, I'm gonna do something very Crown Magnetar right there. Let's see. I think I want to add another guitar for this just to keep it as like an effect guitar instead of trying to punch it in and make it fit within that small window. But Crown Magnetar always does this crazy thing where I'll be able to just show you here. There'll be like a breakdown chug part, but then there's like, let's see. It'll be panned, but I've got it centered so it's just easy to tell what I'm doing here. And y'all probably already know what I'm going for here, but I just think it's super cool every time you hear it. It's one of those like super cool ear candies. It's gonna be way too damn loud. Maybe I'll just make it level. But I think I want to do it on the third one. And we could probably make it a little bit more gritty if we wanted. Oh, you know what? That actually needs to be not open. There we go. Now it sounds like it's in place. I want to get that cleaner because it sounds wrong. There we go. We'll just color this to match guitars. If I could know how to spell. Oh my god, holy shit. There we go. First try. The problem is it sounds way too clean and way too punched in if I just cut it right there, like on the grid. Wonder if we just slide it forward a hair. Nah, it still doesn't sound great. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Or do we take it from there? Since this section right here, I can't stop dropping this pick. It goes from this note to over here is... Should we drop it down one more time and... I don't know, it doesn't sound quite as nice. Nah, that'll be too like deathcore or metalcore. Yeah, I don't like that at all for this. Or actually, you know what? I kind of want to put it there on the second go around, and then that builds into like an insane bass drop. Or we could put it at the front. I don't think I like that one as much. Maybe the second. This metronome is kind of throwing me off now. I just really want to put that bass drop in right now. Let's see, we are in A, but it's going to go up on first fret. So we'll keep it there. I think that'll be good. Do we want to use kilohertz? Yeah, might as well. Really like using that for everything. Unless it's guitar related, then I really like using the Auburn Sounds one. I feel like it's a little bit more accurate. We'll just come down an octave probably. or we could stretch it out to the length of the riff, or chug pattern, whatever you want to call it. Might help if I extend that right. And then, of course, we got to do that in the beginning. Line that up a hair better. Cowbell right on the bass drop. Oh my god, that would be incredible. Cowbell would be nuts. Bells, though, actually, I do have an idea for that. Oh, shit. What was it? Devlin, you reminded me that there actually is a really good bell sample in here. Once I could... Oh, of course. Get us a nice, like, Dark Souls bell in there. Elden Ring bell. That would be kind of nuts. Maybe. Those are my favorite to add like before breakdowns or in breakdowns, as well as anvil hits. I think those are nuts. Or it might sound actually kind of crazy right here. Dude, it sounds so good. I think the problem that I was running into was like, if I was in, I don't know, drop A or whatever, I would use that exact one. But I don't think that these things are perfectly tuned to a pitch. And I think that's what was screwing me up, because I would leave like maybe like a sharp or a flat one in there, and it would sound so off, but I was trying to line it up, like I said, like A or whatever, D, G, whatever tuning I was in. But if you just kind of tune it by ear a little bit, you'll get way closer. Like that might even need to come down. I think I want to start getting some drums ready, just because I have an idea on what's going here, but I want to hear it a little bit better. Well, aren't tubular bells supposed to be like not quite to a pitch, but they're sort of like their own thing? David, what's going on, man? Glad to see you around again. I don't know what's going to be in that first build-up section, but I think we could start building the slam part, and then maybe we'll get an idea on how it builds into it. At least get like the kick gridded. And here, I guess we'll find out if I use triplets or 16th kicks. That right there shows me I need to realign these pretty bad. Nope. And I know those are dotted, which will definitely need to be restructured. Maybe they're not dotted. Yeah, they 100% are. Wow, that got really off time there. Fixing these will be a chore, but a fun chore. We'll just get them close. I'm not going to focus on trying to make them to the grid. Like that, I think sounds pretty good. I'm not... Whoa, why delete that one? I'm not going to worry about gridding them, just because it kind of ruins the nature of what I think slam is supposed to be. Oh yeah, that's right, because that's a whole different part right there. At least try and get the spikes to line up slightly. Like this one I might not even touch, even though it's visibly off, because it still kind of sounds authentic. But these, just to make it sound like the gate is clamping way harder, we will for sure make sure that those are out. And it just gives it plenty of room for the snare to breathe, even though we're going to be changing that snare sample. Whoa, not what I wanted. And then the final one there. That's right, we do it here too. We'll just copy it a couple times. This way, at least our kicks line up, and it doesn't sound out of phase or anything. What are we feeling though? Should we do China? Like halftime China? Or are we feeling something different for this part? Stack that real quick. If I was smart, I would have labeled these out already. The only one I've labeled out is Odahome drums. Kind of want that to be that. That could be cool. Still don't know though. How do we feel about that China? Or should it just be the crash, maybe? Obviously a super sick tremolo part here. So, some kind of blast, of course. Probably faster. We'll leave it like this just to start. Even though we probably will end up just going faster with it. Damn, I can't click once again. That should be a series. Can't click series. But if we do that, these need to come down quite a bit. Something like that. Andrew, what is up, man? It is awesome seeing you in here, bro. I'm doing good, man. We're just writing some Saturday morning slams. Took me like 100 different tries to record the simplest part. But you already know how that goes. Especially when you got eyes on you. Yeah, I don't really know how I feel quite about that. We could do like, let's see, find out where ride, maybe not the bell, but like actual cymbal part. And then we could always accent it with some bell. Just to kind of sound like, it's not too much of a difference, but just to make it a little bit more authentic. I don't know, maybe something like that. Just to add some variation in it. Dude, I've been seeing you've been really heavy on the video grind lately. That 100% needs some kind of crash. Yeah, next time that I'm not streaming, or maybe when I end this, I really need to go ahead and label these. Because I hate searching for it in a pinch. Super generic blast part. Thinking a little fill right there. Super fast, they're kind of like this. Bring velocity up quite a bit on those. I guess it all depends how it flows into the next part, if it needs to be faster or that speed. I think I'm starting way too late with it. Maybe we could do that. Oh no, dude, I wouldn't say the slam god. Hell no. Oh man, here's where it gets fun. Originally, the idea I had for this part was a blast section to build it up. And then in here, obviously come back into like the more slam or like breakdown part. But I don't know that we can go from blast beat to another blast beat unless it's drastically different. Like we would have to do like a skank beat or something. And I don't even know where this is going to line up with the grid. Hey man, I'll take it. Death metal is badass as well. We would have to do something like this. But I don't know how that flows after the main blast part. I think we would have to invert it, where kick is on the offbeat. I guess if we did that, we could actually make this the hat part, since that didn't work for the previous. And then we could just make that pretty much the same pattern as this if we wanted. Just to kind of keep with the theme, maybe. But we would have to have these. Well, actually, we could follow that. Doesn't quite sound right to me. No. Matter of fact, I don't like that one bit. So we'll have to revisit that. And if you have an idea, please let me know, because I am drawing all kinds of blanks for that. I forgot that was there. We can at least get the pattern for this punched in. I inverted my scroll, so scrolling down typically moves this way. Like for here, I basically re-macroed it to where it's correct, because this is how all my video editing stuff is. Scrolling up moves towards the front. Scrolling down moves towards what you're currently on. But I guess it didn't invert it for here, so it's still really throwing me off. It's funny because we actually mentioned Taco Bell earlier. But no, it's... Dude, I think when this comes out, I'll have to throw the Taco Bell thing right up there. That would be so funny. Oh my god, why is this stuck? It's the BBC Symphony Orchestra. It's these tubular bells. They're really cool. And you probably already know this, so I don't have to tell you, but this VST is completely free. So if you don't have it, go ahead and get it, because, man, you've got everything in here. The only thing that's different about this versus the paid version of it is, like, for example, if you had this all laid out, it would utilize the entire keyboard. So you could use, like, you know, tune percussion, regular percussion, piccolo, you know, basses, piano, all that stuff. But in the free version, you can only do each one separately. So basically, you'd have to, like, if you wanted to do the full orchestra, you would need to have, I don't know, like 20 different channels. But I love it, man. They have so many good sounds in there. Did you ever, that AI thing you were doing to see how many people actually use it, did the final results for that come in yet? Whoops. Alright, I can't deal with this snare anymore. That's got to change immediately. We'll go with the classic. Or wait, was I using the Mapex high muted? I think I was. Maybe. Maybe it was the Mapex open. Yeah, there we go. That's got the most ping. We will just kind of... Well, I don't have drums routed out yet, so we're not going to mess with that too much yet. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to that. I completely forgot to submit mine, but to answer it shortly, I don't use any of that AI stuff. I wouldn't be opposed to doing like... First of all, I want to say I don't really agree with the AI thing, but I would use it in the sense where it's like... I don't even know how it works, but like if there was a... Like let's just say for example it autofilled drums out for you. I would love to like A/B test that to see what it comes up with versus how I would actually do it. Um, but you could use inspiration from it. Like if it printed you out like a super cool drum pattern, and you were like, all right, cool, I like this half, but hate this half, but I like the fills here. I'd copy and paste it just to get an idea. But yeah, as far as like using it for like an entire songwriting process or just putting in like, I don't know, make me an Avenged Sevenfold with breakdowns or whatever and see what it spits out. No, I wouldn't use it like that. What? Dude, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to check that out in a minute. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like using it as a starting point is definitely good because it'll never replace like an actual person. But in my opinion, it would kind of be the same. Like if you're like me, you're a guitarist, you don't really know anything about drums other than watching a drummer or asking a drummer. It's kind of the same as either asking Google or asking your friend, like, hey man, what would you put for like a tom fill right there? What if? And then it cuts back in. That could be cool. If I didn't cut it, son of a bitch. I'm like the god of misclicking things lately, and I don't get it. Yeah, man, because like at a certain point, I mean, I don't do this professionally yet, fingers crossed, like you, but I feel like that would just completely annihilate our job. And I'd really hate for that to happen before I even get the chance to to do it, you know what I mean? I like the ride better. Dude, I try and catch your streams whenever, like it seems like most times you do it either right after I'm on lunch break or during or right before. But yeah, I've been trying to catch them a lot, and then I'll do like after the results. You're not worried. That's awesome, dude. That makes me happy. But no, I've been trying to catch yours. It's just most times I'll have to go back and watch like the VOD or whatever because yeah, it's kind of like a weird time that lines up with my uh working a regular job. But for future reference, if you care at all, around this time that you're kind of tuning in is roughly when I'm doing these streams from like 9 a.m. my time, Central Time, to about 12 noon, something like that. Oh, I feel that, man. It's just these morning ones for me lately. This is like when I have the most time where like not a whole lot else is going on. So it's easier to kind of just dedicate the time to making the song, writing the song, taking the time to like do a little bit of mixing here and there. But I really would like to try and get a little bit later in the day because I know that's when most of the people in the US are tuning in. That's not even close. And then we'll just cheat, steal those. That's right, we still don't know what we're doing for that trim part. At least for this, I want to get bass filled in. I'm ready to start feeling that impact. What did we say we're in? A? Yeah, cool. But no, actually, it's on the first fret, so we need to be A sharp. Maybe one less, I think. Oh, you sent in a MIDI? Yeah, let me check that out. 1 second. Let me get these punched in. Let me turn guitars down so I can hear what the hell's going on. And when I said hear what's going on, I mean I still don't know what the hell's going on. There we go. We'll crank bass so we can hear it. Jesus, we're not doing that. With Gen bass, I've found if you want to keep it semi-authentic without too much clanginess, put it around like 100. Yeah, it's deviant. And if you don't have the full version yet, I have a discount code. It's 15% off if you do want to use it. Just shoot me a message and I'll send you the code. What am I talking about? If you punch that into like if you go and buy it, it'll be 15% off. Drop that. Damn, I had no idea that was going to shoot it across all 3 platforms. And then bass is going to be the same, so we'll just copy that a few times. And then here, it's going to be on the 4th fret, so we'll come up, we're on 1, 2. Oh my god, man, this mouse and me just did not cooperate. All right, let me see if I can drag your MIDI in real quick. Let's check these out. I should be able to. Thinking at least. Like I said, we'll find out together. Cool. Hell yeah. Wait. And you're thinking, are these just 2 different options, or are these supposed to be like put in place of a certain spot? Anthony, my man. Broken mouth. What is going on? What, did everybody just tune in at the same time? I feel like y'all have like your own group chat and we're like, all right, let's just drop it now. Let's try this. I think you mean just for like 2 different options for this, right? Steal one of these. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, yeah, man. I'm liking this. That makes it so much easier. Some of those are a little tiny bit. We'll just grid that real quick. Bring these up a hair so I can hear them. Take everything that is not... I'm kind of OCD, so my kick... I like having kick right there. Whoops. But everything that's not kick, we'll just kind of like mess with the velocity a bit. I kind of like the first one you set a little tiny bit better. Or could be alternated. We could take them both. That would be pretty cool. So maybe for the first round, we'll do that. Second round, we'll do that. Third round, maybe... Let's try it out. Something's... Okay, I see. It's a little bit off with the grid. See if we can just kind of bump these back into place. It's just like a tiny bit off. It's kind of weird that it's shooting out like that. Oh no, dude, that's perfectly okay. I actually respect the shit out of you doing that. Maybe we'll just keep like kick like that, just to kind of keep rhythm slightly. And then I'll bring these up just a hair. Maybe down a little tiny bit. Snare's got to come. Let me just get those back in time for this track real quick. I think now that I can actually hear what's going on, I do actually really like both of them, man. Thank you for those. I used to hate, like when I first bought Superior Drummer, I used to really hate the Humanize feature. But doing music now, like 15 years later, humanization is like a make it or break it kind of thing. Oh, no you didn't, man. There's still plenty of life left in this thing. We've barely even gotten drums written, bro. The only thing you've really missed is me trying to record guitar like 500 times. And then I turned them down so I could hear what was going on. Yeah, like we've still got all this to fill in, all this to fill in. I'm not gonna lie. These need to come up a bit more. I think those toms need to be high as hell. Cool. And then we can punch these back in for the trem part. Something there sounds a little off still. Let me hear that soloed real quick. Oh, that's what it is. Cool. Sweet. It was just that one note that was a little off. And it was really messing with my ear. It's funny that you say slammy groove, or what did you say? Groovy slam? Because the title track, or the working title that I have for this is just slam groove, one word. minute. What did I... No, that's not even the right part. We don't have bass for that yet. It's the first blast part. That really threw me off for a minute. I don't know if it would be too deathcore for this part, just to go into like a for kick drum. Because we could keep it just the blast part in the very first part of this B riff. And then if we come back, we can do the first two measures of it like that. And then the next two just to make it sound a little bit different. That might be cool, right? Never hurts to try it out. The Prophecy. Maybe that'll be the song title. Too slow. Now we're cooking. It still kind of has that like death metal vibe to it. As long as it stays slam / death metal, little tiny hints of deathcore, I'm cool with it. I don't want it to sound too deathcore. Oh yeah, you already know. Maybe a China to kick that off. Or that was a stack. Kind of like the idea of a crash better. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe we'll... I need a more open cymbal for that part. Ooh. I actually like that a lot more. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Hip-hop elements. I remember like Waking the Cadaver, seeing old videos of them where it was like just a bunch of gangsters up on the stage. So it's always been hip-hop influenced. That's cool. I like that a lot. And then back to the first riff. I know what it's missing. This guy. Oh, actually, you know what? This is not on the first fret. So that's when we can change that. What are we on? 4th fret? Yeah, 4th fret. It's going to be number 4. We got to get bass in here. And then it goes up to 8th Yeah, 8th fret. Back on PC? Hell yeah, dude. I like to hear that. So we're 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be like that. And then this is descending but lower. And then it should be from 4 down to 2. So 4, 3, 2. Cool. All right, I still have no idea what we're doing for the intro part to this. The only reason I have those kicks there is for a placeholder when I was tracking guitars. But it might sound cool. I don't know. If it sounds too generic, we can always redo it. But this is just what it is now. We need to put that bass drop there. Maybe for these intro ones, we can have it descend way quicker into 2 octaves. Oh yeah, because that kind of makes up for these slow ones that are like on the 1st fret. I like that a lot because it still starts on the root note, but then it just drops infinitely lower. What do you mean scratches? Like the record scratches, or do you mean like guitar scratches? That's right. We need to do the tremolo part on bass for this. Everything but the bass. Oh, dude, that's sick. I like that. I actually really like that a lot. Oh, you know what actually might be a really cool idea? What if we took... Where is it? Inner pitch. That's what I want. What if... Hear me out on this for a minute. And then maybe it just slowly creeps down out of tune. Kind of like a tape stop. I feel like that would be cool. Maybe further. Then obviously we need to revive that ASAP. don't know if I like it dropping that much. Oh, you're working on the tab? Hell yeah, dude. Send that over ASAP. I gotta remember what I even played for this part. 3rd fret. 4th fret. You could always do it this way. Right there. And then 2 on the 2nd. It's right there. Cut that, copy this, and then it goes into a different one. Trying to remember. 5, 6, and then it will go back to 4. That's right. Then we'll make this the trim part. That might be the speed we need, but we'll hear it just at this real quick. Anthony, you'll have to let me know. Should that be following guitar like that for bass? Or should it be 8th notes? Or those are 8th notes, I think. I can't tell if bass should be following at that speed or if it should be at this speed. I was thinking about that clip yesterday. I think it's that speed though. Yeah, because I think guitar is still way faster than that. So I'll just go ahead. I don't want it to sound too inauthentic. I'll just drop this. So it gets a lot of that top end clang out. That's like the secret sauce for Gen Bass. Put it at like 100. Which reminds me, I'm just going to go ahead and grab everything that we have and put it around 100 something. Yeah, that's true. And it is supposed to be faster, so... Oh yeah, that's right. We got to redo that real quick. Kind of have that tape stop sort of effect to it. Still 0, still 0. Oh no. Why did that sound like a brie a little bit? It's crazy how much work bass does for a track. I know that's like the super, like, no shit kind of thing to say. But like just hearing it without it is like, wow. we got to get some kind of distortion on this thing. I've just really been liking using the clank preset here, and then what do I do? Turn down treble. And then annihilate it with R-Bass. R-Bass is definitely my secret weapon. Not even secret, like, I mean, I just really, really, really like it. We'll do like 50. Maybe a little less. I want it to carry the deep end, but I don't want it to be overwhelming in the deep end. Fill in the rest of these trim parts. Just add another bass drop right where it repeats itself too. Oh, I don't think I saw a message if somebody said it. Should we keep just the straight kicks in the beginning here? Oh, we do have to clean these up. I know that these are not super in time. So I think it would be good to get those better. Damn, I must have came in really early trying to track those. Because they're almost lined up. It's like I just started way too early. That, cut the tail off of that, and these are all the same, so we'll grab the good one, the one that's just been edited at least. I like the bell there for the meme, but I kind of like it here. And that right there showed me it is out of tune. Yeah, man, no worries. Spite? Yeah, dude, Spite. I've been listening to a lot of Body Snatcher and Spite, like in the last 2, 3, no, what's today, Saturday? At least 4 days now. And then that crown magnetar part I really love. We could probably kind of zone that in just a little bit better for the filtered guitar. Just kind of get closer to like a radio effect. Yeah, I like that way more. I feel like we need to do something with the guitar tone though. That kind of saturates it a little bit more. Tone all the way off is kind of nice. Dude, you 100% should, man. Sometimes, like, if you take music too seriously, and I don't mean that in the way where it's like, don't have fun with it, but I mean, if you're sitting there and you're like, dude, this riff needs to be perfectly in line with this next one, and the pattern's got to fit perfect. Because dude, there's some projects that I'm working on where I'm like that, and I work way slower with it. But stuff like this, where I'm just kind of like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I did this and then just left it in there? If you do that, you end up with stuff like this. And the more you listen to it, you're like, dude, it's so dumb, but it's so heavy and it's so cool. So dude, for writing, I would do that. Start like a separate project or like a series of projects or like a folder of projects that you only specifically make dumb riffs for or like dumb chugs or something like that. And then just try and build from it. Because another thing that it'll also do is kind of unlock something in your brain where you're constantly like, say you take one of your serious projects again and you're writing, you might put one of those dumb riffs in there, but you're like, oh, let me change the chord progression from that part to like up here a little bit. And then now you've got a super dope riff for your serious project too. That bell still sounds a little off to me. I guess that's the lowest note we can go. I think I like that best still. We could always tune it down if we needed to. For this open space, I was thinking of like a pig squeal or like a growl that just holds out for a long time, just in this, right before it kicks in. So I don't necessarily know that I want to put anything in there, but I may just put like this in there as like a placeholder. Or we'll leave that as a placeholder because that's kind of cool. Yeah, manually pitch shift it. Let's try that. What the hell? I don't even know what a clap is. I meant to hit this one. Oh, dude, something that I did not know about until very recently. I used to just grab this and I would be like, dude, you have to like sit there and fight to get it perfectly aligned. So here's the funny thing. If you right click and drag, it just does it in perfect semitones instead of like by sense. So if you have this, right click and use it, and you'll be perfectly in line. All right, one semitone down, did the trick. I like that a lot. I really like that a lot. change velocity on these a little. That's a nice little transition part to get out of that riff. Maybe deeper. I think I like the snare better. Oh, dude, I did not realize that I left the crash into China in there. We gotta fix that. Oh yeah, because I was waiting on y'all to figure out if if we were gonna keep this whole section crash with accents or China with accents. That's crazy to have a Chinese accent. Because we could take that and do it this way. So I'll play that a couple times, figure out if we like that or China better. Or do we like it this way? Let's hear how it would sound from the beginning again. Not the full beginning, but this little part. And then we'll put it back with this from that part. I really can't tell. What are we thinking? Crash or China? Oh yeah, we could definitely make it a little bit more disrespectful. I was thinking more so in the sense that it's like just super chuggy riff, super pissed off, chewy stuff. Oh my god. If I was making something different, speaking of what you said, kind of going unorthodox, what if we made this part kind of like what we would do for Thaw? Every high note changes. What about that? So like that part right there. We could do something like, oh god, not that. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Oh my god. Oh, it's because I have it after the effect. Here we go. I probably won't leave this part in, but I think just for the context of like making it unorthodox, I think I want to try it out. You know what I mean? I want to see what it would sound like. We would have to grid that way closer to line up, though. And then that would have to get shoved back a bit. Maybe not 2 octaves, maybe just 1 to make it sit a little better. I mean, it's still a cool effect. And then those. Just place that there. And then an octave here. Octave at the start of it. Let's check it out. That reminds me of something. What does that remind me of? Darko? Is that what that reminds me of? Let's stereo this so we don't have to replicate it on the other track, because that'll take some time. I kind of like that, honestly. Or if we do it opposite, where it builds up to 2 octaves, kind of like you're rolling the pedal forward. Oh, God. The long pedal roll on this would be crazy. I don't know about that one. Maybe this will just start 2 octaves. Start and end, like the whole section. I'd be lying if I said I didn't like that. Jeans zipper type riff? Dude, that's crazy. I like how it sounds like it's crying right there. It's like, wah, wah, wah. I don't know, man. You might be onto something. I do kind of really like that. Jeans. I keep thinking about that. That's so funny. And then here it's only 2 notes instead of 3. Yeah, 3. I'm so on the fence about it, man. Like, I like it, but I feel like it goes against what I'm trying to do, which is also a positive because of the title of the stream. But I do like that it sounds like, what the hell's going on with this track? Grab this, because that's chugs. Oh, did I go too far? Oh yeah, it doesn't start there, it starts here. Just gonna copy that so it saves all the automations. Yeah, I kind of did like that, like you were saying, where it rolls up to it in the first one. It gives it a little bit more groove to it. I like that though. I love looking at the automation lane and like your head, like your brain is already trying to decipher what the hell's going on here. Yeah, I think we almost have to do that now. It does go a little crazy, but there is nothing wrong with that at all. Thankfully, once we get it copied once, it's very easy to copy it for the rest. But I wish there was a way I could just copy this top track. Actually, I wonder if there is. Oh my god, dude, no way. No way. Wait, why did it inverse it, though? Can we just copy all of this? Oh, no, because it's trying to copy the riff, and we don't want to double it for left and right. That would be insane. I was really thinking we were onto something about making that way easier for workflow. But somebody probably knows. If somebody does know, please let me know, because that would save a lot of time. I know some people are probably going to say just make like an effect bus. But to be honest with you, I don't know the proper way to set that up in the way that I would want it set up. But if we can get these guys here, and then this one will repeat all the way up to this part, we should just be able to copy and paste all those. Let's make these longer so they're easy to work in. Whoops. This is kind of crazy. This was a good idea, man. Thank you for pointing that out about making it a little bit more unorthodox. Don't want to mislead people. And then you were thinking on the last one to descend? I wonder why that sounds like it goes up so high. That's weird. I must be hitting like a weird dead note there or something. Alright, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just gonna copy this page or copy this part because I think it was something during tracking that I screwed up. Maybe I hit like the string on accident, the next string. That's got to be what it was. It's the only thing that makes sense, I think. I wish I could anchor that at 0 so I wouldn't have to worry about it falling under here. That would be really cool. Cool. So then I can grab all this. These 4. Copy that there. And then that's the one you were talking about coming down, right? Oh, Jesus, not that much. Well, let's just hear it. No. Would be crazy if it worked. Sounds a little bit, maybe too much like a flanger. It does sort of go in the different direction than what I was trying to do, but I think it kind of adds some flair to it. Oh my god, what am I doing? Alright, what did I do to really screw this up? We're gonna have to go back a few. I got a little trigger happy there, I think. Dude, that's not a bad idea. That would be so funny to like record something or just like a straight like bah note, automate it, go back, record it while the automation's still in there if it saves like that and just see what happens. I feel like that would be like crazy. Dude, I'm super happy to hear that. As long as you're learning something, like here's my thing. If you are entertained, I feel like I'm doing my job. If you're not that entertained, but you're learning something that you didn't think of before, I still feel like I'm doing my job. So those are like my 2 points. Either you're having a fun time or you're learning something. If you're doing both, dude, you're coming out on top. I actually really like that part a lot. Even if we choose to leave vocals in there or take vocals out whenever that happens, this reminds me so much of Crown Magnetar. That, I can tell, needs 2 cymbal hits. Dude, That is a really cool metaphor. I find music to be like working in a laboratory. Our tracks are the lab rats and we are the scientists. Dude, that is like the coolest thing I've ever heard. I like that a lot. I think I would like to start routing these out now because I feel like we could have a better option to play with here to get a little bit more creative on stuff. Maybe not creative is the word I'm looking for, but a lot more control. We'll just route these out as quick as I can. I'm trying. I like all the crashes on the same one, China on the same. I should really probably split the symbols out into different things, but I am kind of lazy, so we're just going to keep it like so. And then now we've got all these to play with. And I think 7 was the highest that we used, but we'll just go ahead and delete the ones we know for a fact are not going to be used. Let's get these all colored drums so I know if I screw something up, I'm not fully screwing it up because I'll know how to save it. We'll move drums to the end because that's just easier for me to see everything kind of like at the end of it. Okay, yeah, we definitely didn't use 8 or 9. So at least we've got everything separated now. That snare really pinging. Maybe not that much. I think there's good. A good safe area. That's what I wanted. 1500. I didn't mean to punch in 25. That way we can control kick a little bit better instead of it getting sloppy, especially when it goes to the really fast parts. We'll just make our parallel compression track here because it's going to get kind of crazy. And we'll make sure to color that, obviously, so it stays in the same grouping as the drums. And then we like to completely destroy this with OTT. On my parallel compression, I like to really have it have that, like on its own, have that really wide pumping effect. Could probably even go crazier with it. Yes, sir, parallel compression. The only thing that's bad about using OTT that harsh is it really washes out the cymbals. It kind of sounds like there's like a phasing issue. So sometimes, especially as of late, I haven't really been using OTT. I've been supplementing it with saturation and putting that at like 75%. We could do it after the compressor so you hear it way more. We could just make the kick drum absolutely destroy everything too. R bass on kick, baby! There's only certain cases I like doing that, and this I don't believe is going to be one of them. I finally took Carlo's advice and started using this compressor, and I've been figuring it out a little bit, playing with it a little bit, but this thing's really cool. It's got a couple cool features. This one is actually free too. So if this is something you want to grab, it's the Buster SE by Analog Obsession. There's like all these cool little features in it. You can find out on their Patreon what each thing does to a T. But for me, I really just like using the main attack release threshold settings and then makeup if you need it. Hey man, good luck on the errands, and don't forget to pick up some snacks. I'm just pretty much at that stage where I'm doing like a quick master on it. And I use the word master lightly. I'm more so thinking kind of like a quick little mix down. I'd go way further into this if I was like actually trying to zone in and finish this track for like a client or something. what we could actually do also, let's go ahead sidechain, kick the bass. Just makes it a lot easier to try and work with here. This is the only one, like Recomp's the only compressor I know how to properly sidechain in, and that's the only reason I use it all the time. But if somebody knows how to properly sidechain with any of the Kilohertz stuff or any of the other plugins, definitely let me know because I am very interested in that. Since there's a lot of bass information going on, I always try to aim for like 3 to 4 decibels reduction because I don't want to annihilate the bass signal, but I do want it kicking out of the way just enough. You can hear it doing the pumping effect, but it's not as extreme as if you ramp that thing all the way down. And especially since we have our bass, it kind of kicks it out of the way just enough. Let's see, we can put it... Actually, wait a minute. This should technically be before S drive in the front here. So all the distortion signals get added after it pitch drops. Like, I know the turbo feature, for example, compresses the whole thing, whereas the main is just like just the mid frequencies of the entire mix. Sometimes I'll do this, especially for thaw, is what I've really been using it in. However, for slam, a lot of stuff that's low frequency too. It'll really help the low end tighten up. This needs to be on linear because I really only want it affecting... let's just say 200. Just to make a little bit of room there. We don't want it pumping too much. That would be the opposite of what we're trying to do. Bass drop does need to come down quite a lot though. Those drums sound like there's way more punch to them now. That's awesome. Oh, that's one thing we forgot. We forgot to do the snare bombs. Just go ahead and get one loaded up. Convert this to... That's not what I wanted. There we go. I think. Oh, no, wait. We have to do it as... Once everything's routed out, I can't remember if we need to do it inside the snare lane. I really can't remember. Maybe not. Maybe multi-channel? No, that's not right. Oh, you know what? I know what it is now. I think... No, maybe I'm wrong on that too. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's just a way that I am completely blanking on now. But I don't want to waste too much time trying to figure that out. I'd rather do that like later when I don't waste time trying to learn how to do it once everything's routed out. Cymbals we could probably doctor up a little bit. I think they're going a little bit crazy in the lower end. We'll just high pass these at like 700. Actually, if we wanted just the top end of it, could probably do like 1500. I think we should probably make a reverb track too, just for drums. That way we can add a little bit more depth without having to rewrite a whole lot of stuff. The only thing I may leave out of this is kick and just leave it all the top end stuff. We want it super subtle, so that's why I'm just going to use the Kilo Hearts one, because it's not that crazy, in my opinion. And remember, this is only the reverb track, so if we have everything here, disabled reverb, and then with it adds enough, it's subtle enough to where it's not overwhelming, but it fills in the gaps nicely. then something that Carlo actually taught me is if you're still hearing cymbals, like if you've got your drums verb off and they still sound pretty good, but then once you have like another channel that's like a bus channel and they're too loud, always come down on the actual cymbal channel first. Otherwise, if you worry about doing it in the drum reverb, say for example, we just hear the verb, and you know that this is the latest thing you added that's actually affecting the cymbals in the way you don't want. Obviously, if you start bringing that down too, like even if we just make a subtle change, I say subtle and it's like 6 dB, you're going to affect the whole track, which is going to take away from that reverb effect from tom, snare, everything else too. So always change the cymbals, like change the one that's the loudest, that's cutting through and affecting everything else. I guess we really didn't do anything with guitars yet. We could always just cut out of that 250 range, make it sit just a hair better. We'll cut like 2 dB out, 3 on the Q. We'll do 2, make it a little bit wider. Not that one. Just a little bit wider, since we're making a subtle cut here. And then it doesn't matter as much for the effect guitar, but just to keep the theme of everything, I think we'll just go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter because the effect guitar only pops up in those 2 little tiny sections. But now it's going to sit way better. The left and right guitars with bass. Check can probably come down too. I do like my kicks a little bit louder though. And we can clear up a little bit more of that muddiness. Let's just cut it at 80. We're going for extremes. We'll do it at 100. I don't like going a whole lot more than 100 because I feel like you're taking out a lot of the depth of the chugs too. Oh, I was wondering why that sounded off. But I think that's really all I have for this one today. I'll start everything from the top so we can hear a full playthrough. But yeah, I'll just let it play through and we'll have to revisit this later or revisit it during a video on my channel, something like that. But yeah, let's give this full playthrough. Hopefully this doesn't cut out at the very end, but that's all I got. Hope y'all enjoyed it.